Have you ever loved someone in secret? That quiet, almost invisible kind of love that lives in the spaces between words?
In lingering glances, and in the what if. And in the what ifs that echo in your heart late at night. I have, and this is that story.
His name was Alex, and he was like a half-finished poem in my life. We met in a dusty old bookstore, both reaching for the same worn-out copy of a classic.
Our hands brushed, and in that tiny moment, a story began.
At least, it did for me. We became friends, the easy kind. We'd spend hours talking about everything and nothing.
From the mysteries of the universe to why pineapple on pizza is a crime.
He had this laugh that could make the grayest day feel sunny,
and a way of looking at you that made you feel like you were the only person in the world.
I fell for him, quietly and completely. I learned his coffee order by heart, a black Americano, no sugar. I knew he tapped his fingers on the table when he was thinking, and that he loved the smell of rain on hot pavement. These were the little details I collected, like precious stones, hoarding them in the treasure chest of my heart.
I'd write him letters I'd never sent, full of all the things I was too scared to say out loud.
I loved him in the silent language of small gestures, leaving his favorite snack on his desk, sending him a song that reminded me of him, staying up late to listen when he had a bad day. I thought my quiet devotion would be enough, that one day he'd look at me and just, no. I was waiting for a movie moment, a grand revelation where he'd say, "It's been you all along." But life isn't a movie, is it? The grand revelation never came. Instead, one afternoon, under the shade of our favorite oak tree in the park, he told me about someone else. Her name was Sarah. He spoke about her with a light in his eyes that I had only ever dreamed would be for me. He described their connection, how she understood him in a way no one else did. And with every word, my secret, beautiful world crumbled into dust. I smiled. I congratulated him. I even offered advice. My heart was breaking, but I did it quietly, just as I had loved him. The weeks that followed were a blur of quiet pain. Seeing them together was like watching a movie I desperately wanted to be in, but was only an extra. The hardest part wasn't the heartbreak itself, but the realization that my love, as deep and as real as it felt to me, was invisible to him. It was a one-sided conversation, a song only I could hear. He wasn't a villain. He was just a man who fell in love with someone who wasn't me, and I wasn't a victim. I was just a girl who never found the courage to speak her truth. But here's the unexpected part of the story. In the silence that followed the storm, I started to find myself. I had spent so much energy loving him from the shadows that I had forgotten to stand in my own light. I started doing things for me. I took that pottery class I'd always talked about. I traveled to a city I'd never seen before, all by myself. I filled my life with new experiences, new people, and new songs that were just for me.
I learned that my happiness couldn't be a secret held in someone else's hands.
My unspoken love for him taught me the most important lesson. You have to speak up for your own heart. You can't want to expect someone to read your mind or understand the depth of your feelings if you never give them a voice.
Love requires courage. It requires the risk of being seen.
And while that chapter of my life ended in quiet heartbreak, it led to a beautiful, loud, and vibrant journey of...
I learned to be the main character in my own story, not a supporting role in someone else's.
And that, I've realized, is a love story worth telling. Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, maybe share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.